The Little Fish and the Coral Reefs. One morning, deep in the sea, a little fish decided to swim far away, ignoring her mother's warnings. "Be careful, little fish," her mother had said. "Always stay in safe areas." But the little fish, eager for adventure, set off toward the uncharted corners of the ocean. As she swam through the water, she became more and more curious about the world around her. After a while, she found herself in an area full of colorful coral reefs. The corals, with their vibrant colors, decorated the surroundings, and the narrow passages between the rocks looked like hidden mysteries. The little fish got lost in this beautiful world. As she explored each new coral wave and narrow passage, she lost track of time. But after a while, she looked around and realized just how far from home she had gone. She was lost. Quickly, she searched for something familiar, but everything seemed unfamiliar. She didn't know where she had come from or where to go. The little fish started to panic. "I might be very far from home," she murmured. Just then, from between the rocks, she heard a voice calling for help. The little fish immediately swam toward the sound. Between the rocks, a crab was stuck. The crab had gotten caught in some seaweed and couldn't move. "Help, please," the crab cried out, helplessly. The little fish quickly swam over to the crab. "Don't worry, I'll get you out," she said. She carefully examined the seaweed surrounding the crab and tried to loosen it piece by piece. It was a little difficult, but she managed to free the crab. The crab, now free, looked at the little fish with gratitude. "Thank you so much. If it weren't for you, I'd never have gotten out of there," he said. The little fish smiled. "Helping others is a wonderful thing, but I'm lost too. I don't know how to get out of the coral. Can you help me?" The crab thought for a moment, then shook his head. "I don't know this area very well, but I can give you something very special. This will help you find your way." The little fish eagerly wondered what the crab could give her. The crab pulled a glowing pearl from between the rocks and handed it to her. The pearl sparkled in the water. "This pearl is very special," the crab said. "It will help you get home. Just follow it, and it will guide you on the right path." The little fish took the pearl in amazement. "Wow, thank you so much. You really helped me. With your help, I'll be able to find my way home and save myself," she said gratefully. The crab smiled. "Remember, doing good always makes the world a little bit more beautiful," he said. "Don't forget that." The little fish carefully examined the glowing pearl, then started to follow it. The pearl shone brightly, almost like a map guiding her. As she followed the pearl, the corals around her slowly began to change. The beautiful, colorful corals gave way to more familiar stones and rocks. The little fish felt sure she was on the right path. The pearl was guiding her safely. After a while, the little fish came close to her home. As she swam through the coral, she thought about how worried her mother must have been. "If I had listened to my mother's warnings, I might not have gotten lost," she thought. But at the same time, she felt the power of being kind and helpful. Finally, the little fish met her mother and told her everything that had happened. Her mother smiled and said, "Helping others makes the world a better place. I'm so proud of you." Children, sometimes helping someone can be something very small, but that help can change someone's life. Every act of kindness makes the world a little more beautiful and brighter.